So I'm trying to get together some older books to submit. Question is, should I, shouldn't I? What grade level should I expect, and where should I draw the line? Let me have your feedback on some of this stuff, because I really want to know. Thank you again for joining. Today I want to talk about some Silver Age books. If you guys have watched my videos in the past, you know that I have submitted primarily newer books, more in the modern age, some of the books from the copper, maybe even bronze-ish age. But I have older books they're not high grade, okay? They're not. And I know a lot of people submit books and they get back 2s, 1s, 0.5s. And just because it's a book that they want to have slabbed. But where do you draw the line? Where should I draw the line? Where does everybody draw the line? I know everybody, of course, always wants to have higher grade books, but sometimes we get our hands, you get a book that it looks well, it presents well, it's not a high grade. Do you want to slab it to make it, just so it looks better? Now, I'll give you an example. I did submit one time, and I was disappointed with the grade. I thought it should have been a 5, but 5.5. And I got back a 4. And it was Amazing Spider-Man 43. First full appearance of Mary Jane Watson. Really good cover. I thought it presented pretty well. Actually, it looked better than when it was in the sleeve then after I got it back from CBCS. Also, there was a big mix-up with the order from CBCS. It was my first, last, and only order going to CBCS. I'll get into that in another video someday. But, like I said, when it came out, I was disappointed in it being a 4.0. But that was my initial impression. And as I started looking at it, I put it up and I'm like, you know what? I don't care that it doesn't bother me so much that it's a 4.0 or a 5.0, whether it's a 4 or a 5. If I thought it was going to be a 9 and it came back a 4, yeah. I still like having that book in a slab. I think it looks really good. Now, I want to send books off to CGC, which, they charge more for Silver Age. Modern is their cheapest tier for pricing, for grading. But there are older books that I have, and I'd love to have them slabbed, but I know these are not going to be high grades. And I'm going to run through a few of them, and I'd love to hear your feedback on some of these books. If you think don't waste your time, try to get a better copy, whatever. Yeah, go ahead and go for it. Whatever. If you think I'm crazy, tell me some of the books that you guys have submitted. I'd love to know. Also, it'd be great for you to please like and subscribe if you like this kind of topic. The more information I get back, the more I can try to tailor-made these videos for this community. So, give you first book is Hulk 182. Okay, now this is a bad book. It really is. She's got bad staining. You can even see it there. I don't even have to outline it for you. It's bad staining. The cover is one staple is slightly rusted. The other one is still steel covered, but you can tell this is not a good book. I don't even think that this is worth trying to get cleaned. This is just a submit and get back a 1.5 to a 2. But it's still, it does have the stamp, so it will be a blue label. It's that. Is it worth having a 1.5 to a 2 of one of the, the first storyline of Wolverine? I don't know. And I'm undecided on these. Another one I've talked about this as being one of my 4 pillars is Luke Cage, Hero for Hire. This is a really bad book. You can see it here. It's missing sections here. It's got practically a hole there. I always take the tape off. Too many bad experiences in my life. But there's a lot of staining, foxing on the back cover, but you can see here, peekaboo, I see you. But the page on the inside, it's an off-white. The cover's still on. It's not great. You got some staining on practically every page going through. Again, we're looking at another 2, maybe 1.5, 1.5. I mean, it's not going to get an NG, but it's not going to get a good grade. I mean, so, but still, we're still talking about the first appearance of Luke Cage. This is a major book. So, by the way, I didn't overpay on any of these books. It just happens, like somebody trying to get rid of a copy that looked like this. I'm like, it's just cool to have. Okay, first appearance of MODOK. Okay, Tales of Suspense 94. And it's got the ultimate crease going right down the middle from the subscription. I think when they folded this, they ran it over with the truck. It's really bad. It's got some creases up here. If I'm lucky, this might come back as a 3. MODOK's not a major character yet. It might be, but still, we're talking about a really cool looking book. Colors. You could. I don't even have to turn this for the light. You can see the crease going right down the center of this thing. That's how bad this is. But is this something that you would do? I don't know. This one's a little bit better condition. I would say this is probably going to be closer to a 3, maybe 3.5. Spider-Man number 97. This is one of the 3 stories that does not have the Comics Code Authority. It was the drug-related stories that the DEA requested that Marvel do, and they did not get approval from the Comics Code to do that. And as a result, they removed the Comics Code Authority from the cover and printed them anyway. Since then, of course, we've been able to do this. This again, this might come back a 3, but we're talking about 15-cent Spider-Man, and any books in the Spider-Man realm were always really good. Number 72, Rocked by the Shocker. By the way, in the Homecoming, I loved Michael Keaton. Oh, you're the Shocker, you shock things. Starting to laugh so damn hard. But I mean, this one's really not in good condition either. But you can see the black is really showing all the spine ticks here. Again, this is going to be another 3. It's also got somebody wrote on it up here. Floyd F. If you're reading, I have your watching this. I have your comic book here. No, you're not getting it back. But again, it was just cool. I wanted to get it. I'm probably looking at it now. Probably going to be closer to a 2. Fantastic Four, number 67. First appearance of somebody. I don't know. Because part of the cover is missing! And it's got a nice... so there we go. The West Side Magazine Exchange. 220 South Perry... something in... I believe there's a place in California. But apparently where they stamped all their books when they got them. First appearance of him, who turns out to be Adam Warlock, the Cocoon right there on the cover. If you look at it without the stamp and without it missing that, it actually looks pretty dang good all the way around. But it's obviously missing part of the cover. Okay, there's no doubt about it. So, a 1.5, if I'm lucky, maybe a 2, because of the way the rest of the book presents. But it's a key book. So, this one is not a key book in any way, shape, or form, but it's a 10-cent Batman. Okay, Batman number 142. It still falls into the Silver Age time frame. When I first got it, I was thinking, I got a Golden Age book, and then nope, it's not Golden Age. Just because it's 10 cent does not mean Golden Age. I think it's 1956 or 57 is the cutoff point where they just decided it was Golden Age or Silver Age. But it was a 10-cent Batman. The cover is not in good shape. It's on, but you can see that it's severely stressed at the staples. You got a misalignment down here on the bottom. Another book that's going to be in the 2 range. This one might get a little bit higher, maybe around a 3.5 to a 4. It's not a key book in any way, shape, or form. I just really loved it. I also put this as one of my 4 pillars under the It's Just Cool category. Thor 161, and you've got Galactus versus Ego right on the cover with Thor in between. Okay, and the colors really popped on it. I love the way it shapes up. As also I said during my 4 pillars, if you look at it exactly like this, you've got red, yellow, green. You have a stoplight. So, but just I happen to see this, and it popped out like, wow, I like the way it looks. That going also with the fact that I think anything Galactus is going forward is going to be good. The book itself is actually in pretty good shape. It's got some creases down here on this corner here and here that have been straightened out a little bit. 3.5 in that range is what it's going to get. It's not going to get a high grade. So I don't have high grade Silver Age books. I started getting back into collecting with the COVID, and there's just been no shows. There have been no places to really go and buy some of these. I got most of these off of online auctions, and they didn't mislead. They say this is a very low grade. This is a reader copy. But once I got them, I started thinking, even though it's a reader copy, there's nothing saying I can't submit it and get a low grade slab. Just, do I think it's worth it? Are any of these books ones that I'll get rid of and then upgrade to a higher grade copy? I would never go and buy specifically a higher grade copy of this particular book. Maybe the Adam Warlock one, yes. The Power Man, I'd love to, but the non-key books from the 50s, 60s, 70s, does anybody really ever go and take care of, buy them? If you say, hey, look, that looks like a 9.0 of a middle of the run, nothing happening 1958 book. It's just cool to have because it's a 9.0 from 1958. It doesn't matter what character's in it, what the storyline is. But you don't go out of your way looking for it. That's the ones that you happen to see and then buy. So I'm undecided on a lot of these books, or should I wait until I get a larger, better selection? The next question is, what would you consider to be a minimum quantity to send to CGC? Because you have to factor in shipping. You don't really want to send one book. I see some people that send in and get back 3 or 4 books. I consider that kind of a waste when you factor in the shipping. I would think that you don't want to go less than 10 because you want to split that shipping cost up. But, if you don't have 10 books, do you wait until you do? Do you just throw out a couple and split and just eat the shipping cost? And, who knows? That's pretty much it. I just wanted to touch base on those and mention 2 things about Star Wars MCU comics in general that just annoy the heck out of me. And tell me if you think the same. One is in Star Wars, or any science fiction movie that is not within our solar system, they cannot refer to the star that they're at as the sun. This drove me crazy in the Star Wars, the Force Awakens. Was it the Force Awakens? No. Yeah, it was the Force Awakens. Sorry. Now I'm mixing up which movie it was. The one where they had the planet, which was basically the Death Star, and they had to destroy that. They were drawing the power, and they actually said it, and it hurts my ears every time I see it. I see they're drawing the power from the sun. No, they're not. They're drawing the power from the star. The sun is the name of our Earth sun. Okay? That's what we gave the name to our sun. Just like that, that was Alpha Centauri, and that's Betelgeuse. Those are the names of the stars. You can't say the sun because you don't even know what the sun means. You can say the star, don't say the sun. Another thing is anybody outside of Earth that refers to years. And what annoys me is I was watching Endgame again, and when Nebula is captured by Thanos and Squidward, you know what I'm talking about, is saying that her timestamp is off. It's the same, her timestamp is showing 9 years in the future. Really? A year is a unit of measure for the Earth to travel around our sun, the star. Our star, the sun. So, you don't know what a year is. If you want to say, make up a word. 724 celestial time units. I don't care. Don't call it a year. Because as long as you say it's a year, then you know everything there is to know about Terrans from Earth and our measurement of time and everything else. So, again, these little things, these little mistakes in movies and comics and storylines where they refer to years and suns and anything that is only applicable to Earth, it irks me. Tell me what irks you. I mean, any little things that you guys have caught, I'd love to hear those kind of things too. So thank you for joining me on my little rant and talking about some Silver Age. But again, if you can, please like, subscribe. We're getting close to 50, and when we hit 100 subscribers, I will be doing a giveaway. I've already started thinking about what to give away, and I can't believe that I might actually get to that point. It's cool. So thank you again for joining me, and everybody have a good one.